Hey guys, welcome to Figure Out Baseball. I'm Christina Weston, current director of Olympic Sports Nutrition at Clemson University, and today we're going to be talking about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are compounds easily broken down by the body and to use for energy. So I love talking about carbohydrates because there's a lot of different myths going around about carbohydrates versus sugar, and if there's good ones versus bad ones, or if people need to cut out different kinds of ones, or how do we possibly use them. So first thing I like to kind of break down is that carbs equal sugar. Sugar equals carbs. They're the exact same thing. One is not better than the other because they're the same thing. And they're practically in everything we eat. We cannot escape them, nor do we want to escape them. We want them, especially as athletes. They are amazing for us. They are our energy source. Let's have lots of them. They are in our grains, our fruits, our vegetables, dairy, nuts, seeds, even some meat that we consume, obviously in sweets, crackers, grains, everything. The only difference between a gummy bear and a potato is how simple or complex it is. So let's talk a little bit about that. So we have simple carbohydrates, which is glucose, galactose, and fructose. When we combine those, they make disaccharides. And so that would be sucrose, your basic table sugar, or honey, that's like fruit snacks or energy chews, or Gatorade, which is really beneficial for a lot of different reasons. And then you have lactose, or milk sugar. And then we also have things like maltose, which that's where you're gonna find things in like crackers and bread. So all these simple sugars are really, really good for pre-workout, intra-workout, and post-workout. So we want these things for quick, fast energy, okay? Because our body doesn't have to do very much to break it down and utilize it for energy, nor do we want it to. We want to be able to utilize it right away. So when we have these things about 30 minutes right before a workout, or during a workout, or post-workout, we want to be able to utilize it right away. It also decreases sense of fatigue, or post-workout, we can help replace all the energy that we just lost from a workout, and it also can help increase the absorption of protein post-workout, maybe in like a post-workout shake. Then we have things like complex carbohydrates. So that's gonna be more of our starchy vegetables like potatoes or whole grains. So these things take a lot longer for our body to break down to be able to utilize the energy from that food item or from that carbohydrate. And so when we have those kind of things, we don't want to have a pre-workout because we're not going to get the energy from it right away. That's a thing to have more at meals or at balanced snacks. And so you can check out my video on making balanced snacks or making performance plates. So check out that for sure. So when you're looking at carbohydrates as a whole, how much are you supposed to have, or what is a portion size of carbohydrates? So I have some food models here with me. So when you're looking at carbohydrates, I like to think about them as 30 grams of carbohydrates as one serving. So some people do it a little bit differently, and that's totally fine. So 30 grams of carbohydrates is usually about like 2 slices of bread, or like 1 whole fruit, like 1 banana, or like 1 apple, so about 1 medium-sized apple. These are food models, they're kind of fun. So this is about like 1 medium-sized apple, or a half a cup of most grains. So a half a cup, if you don't have a measuring cup, is about the size of a baseball. So this is a half a cup of rice, or mashed potatoes, I know, aren't these fun? And pasta. So luckily you guys are baseball players, and so hopefully are very familiar of the size of a baseball, or a half a cup. So keeping that in mind. So the amount of carbohydrates that you might need is very specific to you and your needs. A baseball player, for instance, could need anywhere between about 4 to 9 grams of carbohydrates per kilogram of body weight per day. Yeah, I know that's a lot of math that you might have to do, but you want to reach out to your dietitian to see how much you need based off your personal goals and your personal needs. So just something to think about, but just remember, just kind of in review, that carbohydrates and sugar are the exact same thing. Don't fear it. We want them, we need them, they're our energy source, they're awesome. So simple carbohydrates, things like sugars, like honey, Gatorade, all that stuff, great for pre-workout. More complex ones, let's save those for meals and balanced snacks. All of them have a place, They just all need a specific time, okay? Awesome. I'm Christina Weston, current director of sports nutrition at Clemson University. Join me next time where we're gonna be talking about protein.
Thanks for tuning in to Figure It Out Baseball. If you're watching on the figureitoutbaseball.com website, I hope you check out the Figure It Out Baseball store and grab yourself some gear to help support this totally free resource. If you're watching on YouTube, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you keep up with all the cool stuff that we do. For you podcast listeners, we've also got our podcast now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Figure It Out Baseball, the home of hundreds of free videos from dozens of college and professional coaches and specialists from great schools like this. So tell your friends about figureitoutbaseball.com, the world's #1 online coaching tool.